It is Y105, Dubuque's #1 hit music station. My name is Steve Pulaski, and my next guest was the runner-up in Season 7 of American Idol, thanks to an army of fans who fell in love with his stellar voice and engaging personality. The singer-songwriter just released the video for his new single, Held Together, and will be performing at the Can't Cancel Pride concert on June 12th, which will be streamed on Hulu. He is David Archuleta. How are you, David?
Hey, Steve, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing very well, David. Talk about Can't Cancel Pride, this upcoming concert. What's this concert all about, and who are you performing alongside?
Can't Cancel Pride, I'm performing, Paris Hilton is a guest on it, which was pretty fun. She's pretty legendary. Ben Platt's performing. He's incredible. I mean, I'm a fan of his from Dear Evan Hansen and his songs. I mean, songs he's released too. He's got one of the best male vocals out there, honestly.
Furthermore, too, it's been a few years since your last album. Is Held Together the first single on a new one you're working on, or what you got planned for us, David?
It's the first song of a stream of new songs that I'm working on. I've been writing a lot, and I'm pretty excited about some of these new songs. I feel like it's like I'm finding out who I am, finding myself again, and writing new music to kind of go with it. And I feel like it feels fresh. It's been a while, I feel like, since I've kind of honed into a new sound, and I can't wait to share it with people.
Excellent stuff. He is David Archuleta. Again, that new single, Held Together, out wherever you consume music, and that new video, obviously, out on his YouTube channel, too. Here's one I've been dying to ask you, David. Some artists who have won American Idol, or even just seen success on it, fade away almost as quickly as they were introduced to the American populace. You've had great staying power. You have had an army of fans support you really from the beginning. What do you believe is your secret to maintaining this career momentum and the success that you've had?
Gosh, I feel like it's just finding a way to connect with your audience. If you don't connect with your audience, if you don't engage them, then you lose. Even if you're good at what you do, you lose that momentum. People will move on, because I think people want to find somewhere where they feel they can relate to, they can connect to it, and almost like somewhere that they can belong, feel like they have a sense of identity, because like, hey, I relate to this, I can see myself in this a bit. And I feel like that's really important as being a performer or just any kind of public figure. You've got to find a way to connect with others.
As I said earlier, too, you were the runner-up in Season 7 of American Idol, which I think is one of the best seasons, truthfully, of the show. When was the last time you saw or talked to the winner, David Cook?
Oh, my gosh. It's been a minute since I've spoken to Cook, but we've kept in touch. It was easier to keep in touch with him back. A year and a half ago, I was still living in Nashville, and he lives in Nashville area, so we would catch up. We would get lunch. I mean, a couple years ago when I was there, we went golfing together, which was pretty fun. So we've been able to keep in touch over the last few years, but it's just been a minute. I'll have to check back in with him.
Who was the last American Idol alum that you got to meet with in person or got to speak to?
Well, I was just on the new season of American Idol a few weeks ago, so I got to meet all of the new contestants, and a shout-out to Abby Carter. Congrats on her winning this latest season of American Idol. I don't know if everyone knows, but American Idol is still going on, it's still being watched, and I think this was one of the most watched seasons of the new seasons of American Idol. But the week after I performed, they had Danny Gokey, Melinda Doolittle, and Colton Dixon do a tribute for Mandisa, because Mandisa just passed away recently. And I went over to the studios to go say hi to them, because I'm friends with all of them, Danny, Melinda, and Colton. We all lived in Nashville. They still do. I moved. I kind of am in transition to LA now, but it was a really fun American Idol reunion.
A couple more quick questions with you, David. We have to talk about the cultural moment of you appearing on iCarly. What was that experience like?
Oh my gosh. It was really great. I ended up becoming good friends, in particular with Jennette McCurdy, and she's just been a dear friend that has really rooted for me, helped me, and actually She wrote a book called I'm Glad My Mom Died, and we were talking, catching up, and she's like, David, have you thought of writing a book? And I was like, well, yeah, I've thought about it. And she said, I want to connect you with my people, the people who helped me release my book. And so she did, and now I'm working with them, and I'm writing a book. But iCarly was really fun. It's pretty heartbreaking to hear everything that all the cast had to go through. And that's now coming to light, and I know Jennette had her fair share of having to go through some crazy things, but there's a lot of heartbreak that goes behind the scenes into things that bring people a lot of joy and a lot of laughs, and that show did bring a lot of joy and laughs to people. But I really enjoyed getting to be on there because I think more than anything, I got to find one of my really dearest friends, Jennette, through it.
Really perceptive words there, David. He is David Archuleta. Again, his new single, Held Together, available wherever you consume music, and also the music video on his YouTube channel. I want to give you the floor, David, to promote your social media outlets. Anything you got coming up in the near future with summer right around the corner, I leave you with the final word.
Oh, thank you, Steve. Yeah, you can follow me on David Archie on Instagram, TikTok, and davidarchuleta.com or David Archuleta on Facebook. That's where I'll be, and I'll be performing at a bunch of different Pride events this summer and a few of my own shows here and there as well. So, yeah.
The one and only David Archuleta. Appreciate you making the time today, David. I wish you nothing but continued success.
Thank you, Steve. Good to talk to you.